Hello, everyone. We are very happy to be here at SUGCON and connecting with you. Today, we will talk about how you can get a unified view of your brands and make it your own through configurable dashboards. For those who don't know me, my name is Hande Bodart. I've been at Sitecore for more than 4 years. Around the CMS and DAM domain, a bit more than that, maybe too much even. And currently I'm working within the strategy and content operations domain together with Swaralee and Ece. I have Swaralee with me today to present together. Swaralee.
Hello, everyone. I'm Swaralee. I have around 12 plus years of experience in the product management domain, and similar to Hande, 4 years now in Sitecore. And I've worked across multiple domains. And at Sitecore, I've worked for personalized orchestration, and now together with strategy and content ops.
Okay. In today's agenda, we first start with the concept of the unified brief and the user needs below that, why we are introducing this concept. And then we'll also have a quick look how it looks in reality with a short demo. And then Swaralee will continue with configurable dashboards, how to make the hub more extensible. And then we'll also give a quick look of our long-term vision and the roadmap as well. So let's start from the user needs, the user problem. Imagine you're a brand manager, it's Monday morning, you took your coffee, you want to have an overview of your brands. So you log into the system and you go through your checklist. You want to check your campaigns. How are they doing? Is there any overdue campaigns that requires actions? How are the channels performance? Whether that requires some adjustments? What are the briefs that are pending review that requires your attention? How about recently published brand assets? What about the market signals? What are the things that are changing that you need to take into your strategy and the planning? How about AI discoverability? What are the rankings? So you already been through by now different screens. You see that the information is scattered and probably 20 minutes passed and you still don't have the information. So your coffee is finished, you are frustrated. And yeah, that's really, yeah, doesn't help this situation. And the problem gets even bigger for the companies that has multiple brands. Imagine you manage 10 brands or you have a team that manages many brands. So the problem gets multiplied for each brand because each brand has its own sites, own channels, own campaigns as well. So it just keeps getting multiplied. However, um, we see that as not a data problem because the brand of information is already there one way or another. It's already in the room. What do I mean with that? So when you create these different concepts in the system, when those are defined, one way or another, either, for example, for channels, using channel collections or using the brand kit information, or using your own taxonomy, you actually put this information in place one way or another. So that's same for channels, same for the performance of the channel, or the campaigns, the briefs, the signals. They actually have this information. The problem is the visibility of it. So the information is scattered and you need to go to different places and do different kind of filtering searches to reach to this. What if we say we offer a better way to solve this brand visibility problem. And this comes to life together with the Unified Brand Hub. So the main purpose, let's say the first objective of the Unified Brand Hub, which is not the only one, is to make these connections visible and to bring all these concepts also together so that you can have a much efficient workflow. Then also the idea is to make this easily actionable. Otherwise, you need to, again, juggle between different steps. So you see a market insight, market signal, then you want to create a brief about this. Now you need to go through from one place another. So the idea is really to have a connected view of your brand and operations. A very quick look. So this is a sample brand dashboard, a brand hub for a single brand. And this is where in one screen where you see all your connections, insights, and it's ready to take action from there. And we said it's a hub. It's a hub because it's not for one brand. So we aim to already support multiple brands. So to give each brand its own home where you can see all the relevant information in a single place. So this will be possible basically with a quick switch between the brands from the single hub, and this way your whole portfolio will be easily reachable. I hope sounds good so far. So if you're still interested, let's have a look at it with the demo and see how in the new world the brand manager's routine looks like this time. A disclaimer, this is a prototype that I'm showing. So the designs might change, but yeah, it's pretty closer to what we envision, but yeah, don't be surprised if there are some changes. And also one of the purpose is to get your feedback. So we want to also adapt to that with these sessions. So now I'm on the strategy under Sidecar AI in the overview tab. Here you see we have a new section called, oops, sorry, didn't switch. Why not? I'm not sure. I might need your help here. It's the,
It's the other.
I need to, oh, no. Is it only present sharing the,
But just stop extending and then try to share that
yeah, okay, then we need to do,
Suchi.
sorry.
See, elite display the entire line.
No, I think, oh,
Looking at there, right?
no, I think it's,
Yeah, how you see it is.
okay. Ah, okay. I don't know. I hope we'll be able to switch back. Okay, so now we are in Sidecar AI under the strategy tab. So you are seeing the current existing overview tab, which already brings the channels and campaigns together, but it doesn't make a differentiation per brand. So with the brand hub, what we are introducing is the new brands menu. And then from here, when you click on it, basically you see all your brands in this navigation, and you can easily switch from one another. And each brand has its own dashboards. So this will come with a default dashboard. And there you will be able to see all the connected data. So if you go through the different pieces of it, you are seeing already channels, the channels of these brands, and will also include, if you have joined the sessions of Ece and Derek, they mentioned the goal framework. So at a glance, it will be also possible to see how the goals are going, whether it is as aimed or not. And then from here, you can continue your workflow. So if you want to go deeper on the channels, so then you can go to the channels, which is already filtered for your brand. So what we want to do is consistently introduce the brand's concepts, everywhere, make it visible so that you can easily have this information available. Good. And then if you continue further, so you see the performance of the brand's sites as well, similar to today. If we go down further, what we want to aim here is also to bring in the agentic capabilities more to be able to action on them. For example, the signals. So the idea is to be able to define brand level signals as well. And then here you can see them. If you want to add more, you can add more signals for this specific brand. And if some of the signals doesn't seem relevant, just ignore it, or you can see the full details, not leaving where you are. And if that requires a further action, uh, the idea is to connect back to the other flows like agentic, for example, bring in the brief generation agent with this context so that you continue your flow. Similarly, AU, GEO agents information would be surfaced here. And then on the right side, you see more things around the existing data like briefs or campaigns. For example, directly you can see, okay, there are 2 briefs that are waiting for review. I can jump to this to see, okay, so these are the 2, then I can work with my team to move this forward. And here also you can see same things for campaigns. There are 2 overview campaigns, so I can jump and work on these as well. We also, throughout the application, introducing the brand tagging or marking each item with related brand in a consistent way as well. For example, when you create a brief, you will be able to see the brands, and then you will be able to create a brief for that specific brand as well. Same for campaigns and same for channels as well. So if you create a channel, then the brand is there. So it always follows you to make sure that this information is provided, and then you can utilize it for really extracting what is relevant. How this comes to life. So far it is in the marketeer's view for the users who have the rights to manage the brands. So there is another section under settings that will be introduced together some other configurations like brief types. So this is where the brands are created or managed. So similar to, yeah, like you create a brand by giving its name, company, industry, and then once it's created, basically this is the place. In addition to from the channels, you can add the channel, but from also brand itself, you can say, okay, this is the channels that are linked to this brand. If they are there, if they are not there, the idea is also, okay, this could be the starting point where you start creating your channels so that everything is connected. You'll see another familiar face here, the brand kits. So brands will be the umbrella where also the brand kits is there. Basically, we are building on top of the brand kits, extending that with a more connected approach. Yeah, this will be, the brand kits will be also under here. So that's all for the demo that I have. Now I'll hand over to Swaralee for how you get this default brand hub dashboard and make it your own and extend it for further use cases.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Hande. So my story is actually going to be built on top of Hande's because that's what she demoed based on the brand hub. You know now that in in the aspect of bringing everything together and connecting it to the brand is now very much visible to you and there for you. And that is the first big step, and that's done. However, there is a next challenge that appears when you have this in place because different brands are going to have different needs. And even within the same brand, there'll be different teams and different individuals who'll have their own very specific, unique needs. In order to solve that, configurable dashboards will enter the room. And I'm going to tell you this story in two parts. And the first half of that story is extending the platform to suit your needs. Now, I know you saw the demo from Hande about the brand hub, and there were so many different widgets that we provided. There were channels pinned that came from the channels and sites. There were signals, there were tasks, deliverable calendar, AEO, so many more. And we tried to make it a real use case for you as much as possible. However, let's be real. There's so many companies, so many industries, so many different operating models. We are not going to be able to provide you with every single widget that will suit your specific unique needs. And that's okay, right? Because as product, our main goal is to have the ability for you to extend the platform and make it your own to suit your specific needs. And that's the extensibility story that I'm going to be talking about. As part of that story, you already saw the brand hub, which was in place. You will have some external data which lives outside of Sitecore. You can also have data which lives within Sitecore. And then you can have your own AI-powered custom agents as well. All of this lives in different places. It's not stitched together as one piece of cloth. What we want to do that is to do exactly the same. And I'll talk about each of them one by one. Let's talk about the external data that lives outside Sitecore. So there's this brand manager, and he wants to see the view of the campaign performance for his brand, the pipeline progression, the conversion quality and stock readiness, if they are in place or not, before he makes some crucial decisions, whether to push, pause, or adapt to the launch. Like I said, this data is spread across tools and platforms for him. For example, the pipeline progression can live in some CRM systems that lives maybe in an external tool. The conversion quality analytics maybe is in Google Analytics. That's another tool. And then the stock readiness that they have might be in an internal tool that they have or an ERP system. So they are all staggered and in different places, but they all have critical insights and they have some specialized workflows maybe. We want to provide the ability to you to integrate all of this data through all of the different systems within Sitecore and utilize that and look at the widget. Now, the second use case is the data which we already have within Sitecore. So there's this financial services company, and their brand wants a widget that shows content awaiting legal review, approval aging by market, assets blocked by mandatory disclosures. Great use case, but very specific. Another use case is of a travel brand, and they want a widget that shows content readiness by destination and seasonality grouping. Great use cases, but very tailored to those specific industries and brands' experiences. But the good thing is that data already resides in Sitecore. Now, it is your domain model, it is your data. You're free to go in and build your own custom widget and see that on the brand dashboard. And the third use case is AI powered custom agents. So there's this organization who has built their own compliance AI assistant, and they want that assistant embedded directly into Brand Hub. As Sitecore, we do provide a lot of custom agents, and we are going to build on top of it. However, you might have your own custom agent that you built, and you want to integrate that and look at that data on the Brand Hub. You're very much free to do that with the integration and look at all of these use cases in a widget or multiple widgets on the Brand Hub. How do you do this? The answer is very simple, because we have one extensibility layer, which is the marketplace, which allows you to do all of this and bring data into Sitecore through the extensibility layer that we provide. And if you have seen the session from Romina and Christian Han yesterday, you would know the marketplace and the additional capabilities that they're building on top of it. Great, solved through marketplace. I also want to do like a demo when I talk through the use cases. So let's look at the brand manager. And like I said, they want to have all this data from different tools to be on their brand. And these are the use cases. Maybe they have to see some CRM, data from CRM for pipeline leads and conversions and behavior analytics. I hope I am able to switch and look at, no. No, it's not track.
What funny?
What did you do? Sure.
No.
Yeah, now, no.
In this config, right?
Did you?
Know that you had stopped sharing them. That
Okay.
that way was easy. That's
Afternoon. Well, so that's. I don't know why it's. But I need to be on this, I guess.
Have to like go back and forth again, actually.
It's the hell.
got it.
Oh,
Need to call these ways. But last time we did the same.
I don't know.
Base. So
Ah, I think
sometimes typical glitches happen.
no. Okay. I don't know.
Okay. So here we are. Again, the same disclosure like Hande said earlier. This is a prototype and not the actual UX designs. So please take that into consideration. Now, this is the brand dashboard that we saw already. In order to customize this, we'll be able to hit the customize button, and that's what makes the dashboard editable for you. So it opens up with the configs, the widgets, and the arrows, etc. Now, when I was talking about the brand manager's use case and they wanted to add in Google Analytics and CRM insights onto their dashboard, they can very much do that by just dragging and dropping anywhere on the dashboard. And if they want to go in and add in some more stuff and extend it through Marketplace, there is an option to explore Marketplace. This is a prototype, like I said. So, okay. No, it's the room. That's that. All right. So I'm going to go back to my presentation. All right. So we saw about the extensibility use case. Now, once you have all the data, everything is in place. However, there are going to be specific requirements that the user has in terms of visualizing the data. And even though um, with the data, it's very important that when a person is going about and doing their job on a day-to-day basis, they want the screens to look a specific way and they want to have the widgets the way they want. So that is the other half of the story, which is the configurability use case. So we want to give the ability to configure the dashboard to suit your needs. I'm going to have to flip over the story back and forth with the prototype. If that doesn't work, I'm going to go through the use cases and then go back to the prototype, if that's okay. So here's this campaign manager, and they know that they only need to look at the things that are at risk and instantly. They do not want to linger on and look at other things. So, for example, they want to move certain AEO geo widget that we have to the top, which is going to be the first thing that they want to see. Or they want to filter on campaigns widget and just look at the overdue campaigns because that is the most important piece of data that they want to see. There can be a content editor, and she needs to see the tailored view for herself even more. So, as a content editor, she might want to add in the localization widget to the dashboard or even the tasks widget. Or she doesn't care about the signals or AEO geo widgets, so she wants to remove them and reduce the noise. And on top of it, she wants to see the dashboard in a much more compact view so that it again like reduces the noise of multiple widgets on the dashboard. What we are solving based on this is it's not just a default dashboard that we provide you with for the brand, like Hande demonstrated, but we are also providing a brand dashboard which is extended to view all the data that comes from the tools that you want into the dashboard. We also have the team specific dashboard like the campaigns manager we saw, which is customized for the roles and teams. And on top of it, we also have personal dashboards that are tailored to your specific individual needs. And with this, one brand dashboard is going to be consumed in multiple ways by you. You're also going to be able to share views with your teams and individuals that you create for the dashboard, and it'll bring in consistency for the teams and flexibility for individuals. I've talked a lot. I also wanted to show the demo to you, but let's try again and
Now it will work, I think. Yes.
perfect. Okay. So we were here. I showed you how to customize the dashboard and it opens up in the configurable mode. And let's take a look at the use case of the campaigns manager, for example. And he wanted to have the AEO geo move to the top. He can very well do that at whichever position he wants to. Maybe he also wants to filter the campaigns and just take a look at the overdue campaigns. He can filter those to just see overdue, and that's all that he'll see. Maybe he also wants to move the campaigns up. And then the other use case was for the content editor. She wanted to take a look at the localization as well in here. So let me try and add the localization widget, and it starts appearing. If she wants tasks, she can add those in too. And then she did not care much about the AO geo. So let me remove that for her. And she wanted a compact view, which is even more cleaner and sleek. Cool. So now I save this. When you save the dashboard, this is going to be saved as your personal view, as your personal preference, but you can also share this dashboard with collaborators or teams if you wish. So yeah, that is the dashboard. And cool. I hope you like the demo, but I also want to say that this is not all that we have. We are not going to be stopping here. There's a lot more to unpack in terms of the roadmap that we have, the vision, not just for dashboards, but like brands and dashboards together. And Hande will walk us through the future of brands and dashboards. You already have the mic.
I think you can hear me, right? Okay. Thanks a lot, Swaralee. And I hope you enjoyed like the flexibility, adaptability that we are planning. Now I want to go a bit deeper. What are all the different pieces that we are considering under the brands hub and the configurable dashboards? So we are considering the roadmap from different teams, and one of them is the channels. This is one of the core ones. In the first version, we'll already introduce it with the sites and site performance integration. But we are also considering to introduce the multi-channel dimension in parallel with the roadmap within the Sitecore AI. Also from content, I didn't show this one, but the idea is also to bring in the content to provide also some at least default widgets, but also this will be possible for you to extend to bring in the assets from them or the editorial content that you have, so that if you want to filter, okay, what are the recently published assets for the brand, or if you want to have for certain workflows, like things that are rejected. So the idea is to make these visible as well. Similarly, products and the different pieces of contents on the brand hub. You have seen, we mentioned already under strategy and content operations track, there is the campaigns and briefs that we will introduce together with the goal framework. Also, we will follow their roadmap and introduce already site goals together with the channels, but also extend that with the brand goals and the campaign goals as well, so that everything is in one place, accessible and visible. AI insights, you have seen, actually this is AI and other insights. So there might be also tools where you get the market information. So the idea is also to, like with the signals and AEO, GEO widgets and other agents that are coming out of the box, to make these flows as much as possible integrated within the app. So these are some examples, but as you can imagine, it will keep growing the list. I mentioned about portfolio management. So having multiple brands. Together with this, there are some capabilities I'm sure you will require. So this is like permissions. So if there are multiple brands, if you don't want everybody to access to all the brands, so that's where the permissions comes into play. Or like some customers, when you have more than hundreds of brands, then how do you manage them? Because if there are brands that has sub-brands, which has sub-brands, so the idea is also to introduce the brand hierarchy, a tree of brands concept as well. We are already starting from this foundation, but not yet visible to you, but the idea is also to grow in that direction. And adaptability part you have seen, so to make it extendable and also configurable. So that's more or less all for now we have in mind for Brand Hub and the configurable dashboards. But we have a a vision that goes beyond that for different reasons. One of them is that we know that the brand is not the only way that organization structures themselves. So it might not be the answer for you to, you know, split your data and look into different views. So Brand Hub, you could see it as a starting point. Where we want to actually go is the flexible hubs, where you can group, for example, by category or by business units or products, if you have split by the products, or markets, or maybe a combination of them. So that's where we want to head to moving forward. And would be very happy to hear your use cases and see what are the needs around that. And then also you see that Brand Hub brings the data together, which is great, already a big step. But what would be even more interesting is to go from beyond those insights, the individual insights. So this is the first step, but be the companion to interpret those insights that are coming from different places. So what is the next action I should be taking in the light of these insights? Or I'm planning to do like, this is our strategy. Considering the insights, does it make sense? What is your feedback? Like really bringing like a teammate. This is really where we want to go once we have the foundations in place as well. And last but not the least, more specifically for the dashboards, what Swaralee showed is quite powerful, but this need is not only valid for Brands Hub. So we already have today a strategy dashboard, a channels dashboard. For each specific channel, there is another dashboard. Derek presented also his plans around extending the performance dashboard, design dashboard. So they're already there, but they don't have all the same capabilities and extensibility. And we know that this is very key to adapt to your needs. So with this, we are also aiming when we introduce the dashboard configurability, it will not only be for Brand Hub. So this will be a common platform capability, will gradually integrate with other dashboards as well. With this, I come to the end. If you have any questions now, yes, please.
Notices. That I don't forget the things I made notices. So is it possible that you can take internal and external users on the dashboards?
For now, to
So
begin
if
with,
I work with an external agency, can we assign them to use the dashboards as well?
this is, I think, something we will need to look into, yes. But yeah, originally it will be first with the portal users, but definitely I think some use case also with the Content Hub integration that we will need to look into. That's, yes,
Okay.
or goes more under that.
I wondered a little bit that there was no widget for brand check for assets or content, or it was not. Is it planned that we have the ability
Yes.
to make a brand check on assets and content?
Mhm.
And I think this is a very important information for a
Mhm.
marketing manager
Mhm.
on such a dashboard. And it looks like it's a head integration for Content Hub to make some pages for different groups in the company to have an overview about all the issues.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
With Content Hub, if all the data is within the Content Hub, today with the portal capabilities, this is something that you can do.
For example, I have the need a total different view for salespeople than for product managers.
Yes.
And this is a quite
Yes.
nice solution
Yes.
where I can configure something like
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Okay, thanks
Exactly.
very much. Interesting.
Yes. Great to hear that. For the brand review case, this is exactly the use case for the extensibility. Now, for example, the brand review, there is an API yesterday, I think it was presented for the AI marketplace track. So this is already onboarded in the marketplace. Now, for example, it's pretty easy to build an app, and the idea is to be able to bring those. Of course, this could be also Sitecore built. I think it's a very valid common use case, but in case we cannot catch up, right, then the idea is to provide the tools as well. Other questions?
Yes.